AITA for misleading my husband for years to make him pay for our daughter's education. I, 45F, have been married to my husband, 56M, since I was 18. I have a son, 27M, and a daughter, 22F. We are not rich but decently well off. We always planned for our son to study abroad in a Western country for university since he was a child, and this is expensive due to the high international tuition fees. This went as planned for my son. However, ever since I got a laptop and phone with internet, I have used it to learn new things on my own from sources like MIT courseware and YouTube, and I really wanted my daughter to be an educated woman. I also stopped believing in my religion while my husband is devout. I pretend to be religious and follow our customs for the sake of the marriage. I only have high school level education. The plan for my daughter was to find a boy from a nice family for her to marry, and not go to university or to go to a local one if she wanted to. I convinced my husband that these days boys from good families want an educated woman for status reasons even if she does not work, and that if our daughter had a Western degree she could marry into an elite family. It worked, and he paid for her to attend a top university, which she got into, which is actually better than the one my son went to. My daughter, after leaving, also confided to me that she does not believe our religion anymore and started living a different lifestyle, one I can never have. She recently graduated, got a work visa, and stayed in the Western country and has a good job there. My husband got really angry when he heard and is feeling really cheated and blames me as I persuaded him to pay for her education and let her go. He even found a picture of her online of a university competition she did where she won a prize and posed for a picture without head covering. I am feeling a little guilty since it is his money that let her go to university, and now we may not get to see her again. AITA? Sorry for any mistakes. My English is not the best. NTA. There is nothing close to awe for any mother who wants their daughter to have a better life. Allowing her to make her own life choices is awesome. You knew she no longer followed or believed, so why would forcing her into a marriage be anything good? NTA. And when you said a lifestyle you could never have, I could read your pain. You did what every parent wants. You gave your daughter the best opportunity to have a choice in life. NTA. Stop feeling guilty right this second. You did what any amazing mother would and gave your daughter access to the world, something she wouldn't have had otherwise. And you've educated yourself too. Be very proud of both of these things. As a mother myself, I am very proud of you. Your kids are so fortunate to have you as their mother. I do hope you get to see her again one day. But do not feel bad about your husband spending money on giving her an education. I imagine she feels extremely grateful for what you did for her. If I had been in your shoes, I would have tried to do the same thing for my daughter. I'm just sorry you live somewhere that makes you feel unsafe in not following the religion anymore, or that forced you to lie simply to educate your daughter. Be very proud of yourself and of her. Please continue to learn too. Stay safe, and I hope you can see your daughter again soon. You are a hero. You found a way to give your daughter the life she deserves. The only reason you don't have money is because of your repressive culture, and that is not your fault. And as you know, your daughter is entitled to her own relationship with religion. Please don't regret this for a minute. NTA. First, your English is good. NTA. A parent should educate their children and let the children decide their own path. I understand this isn't a reality in a lot of countries. Good luck. Your daughter will likely always be grateful for your help. INTA. What you did was give your daughter a chance. A chance you weren't ever given. A chance to learn, have a job, not depend on another now that she is earning her own income. You were brave for giving her that chance. Stay safe, op. Unfortunately, with today's religious zealots, regardless whether it's inside your country or not, your daughter will still need to be safety conscious since you state your husband is extremely devout. Not trying to be a fear-monger, but both you and her need to be more careful because it's obvious he likely feels emasculated. You also don't mention your son's reaction, so hopefully he's on your side, but again, you and she have more obstacles than most for choosing your own happiness instead of someone else's. NTA, you sound like an awesome mom doing that for your daughter. I hope one day she is able to help you have different experiences too. You gave her life twice over. And you never lied. An educated woman definitely has better marriage prospects. But now she can choose for herself what she wants to do. You gave her life and you gave her the ability to live it. You are amazing, NTA. NTA. It is not his money that paid for her education. It is your jointly held money. And you have an equal right to it and how it is spent. According to most Western nations' laws on marriage and property rights, your husband may have had a job where he earned that salary. However, courts around the world have ruled that the job you were doing at home, raising your children and keeping house on his behalf, was equally important to the well-being of your family. Think of it this way. If you had not been taking care of your home and children, he would have had to hire nannies and housekeepers. Their salaries would have been deducted from his salary. Therefore, your salary equals the money he saved by having you at home. Both of your jobs resulted in money in the bank and children who were fed and healthy. You had equal rights to that money. And still do, even now that your kids are grown. Because the courts have ruled that your job, doing as your husband wants at home, is valid labor. I understand that such laws aren't worldwide, and things may be legally different where you are. But I believe that things are morally and ethically the same worldwide. You coo in every penny he earns because you feed him, care for him, and raised his children. You had the right to pay for your daughter's education, too. You didn't deceive your husband to the extent you're implying. Everything you said was accurate. That you had private, secondary motives was not wrong. Would it have been better if you could have openly prepared your husband for the possibility that your daughter might choose a career instead of marriage? Of course. But it doesn't sound like you have the kind of relationship where that was a possibility. So you acted in your daughter's best interest, which is your job as a mother and a wife. Sometimes we have divided loyalties. Ideally, our husband will be united with us in doing what's best for our kids. But when you have to choose between what's best for your daughter and what will keep your husband happy, you are obligated to prioritize the daughter you've been given to care for. She was the vulnerable one who needs protection and an advocate in the world while growing up. Your husband is a grown man who is not in any way suffering from your daughter's choices. You did amazing, Mama. You're not the asshole. NTA. In my opinion, you are an incredibly brave woman. NTA. You did what you had to do to give your child a better life. I don't believe your husband will ever understand this, though. NTA for doing what you needed to save your daughter from oppression and misogyny. You gave her freedom, autonomy, and a chance to choose how to live her life. I'm sorry your husband can't see that this is a good thing. I'm not generally in favor of lying to one's spouse, but when you're in a paternalistic, oppressive marriage embedded in a paternalistic, oppressive society, sometimes you do what you have to. NTA. It is both of your money that paid for her education. Because you are a married couple. Good for you for helping your daughter gain an education and live the life she wants to live. You are an awesome parent. Too bad your husband is a sexist bigot who wants to repress you and your daughter. He sounds really controlling, and I hope you have support in standing up to him. Your English is fine and your judgment to help your daughter get a top-tier education is spot on. Not knowing your culture, I am not equipped to fully understand the family dynamic. But I can certainly say NTA. NTA. You did what was best for your daughter. You're a good mom. NTA. You gave your daughter the freedom to live a life she wants, rather than being trapped. In many places, even when only one spouse works, their income is considered to belong to both spouses. My husband and I are this way, and I have no income due to disability. If he's angry, it's because he wanted his daughter trapped in a patriarchal system where she wouldn't have control over her own life. He can sit and spin. NTA. I also want to say, you don't only have a high school education, you are much more educated than that, even if it isn't a formal education. As my grandmother says, no one can ever take that away from you. As someone who made it through the hard part of a chemistry PhD and has a second master's, I feel qualified to say you have something that a lot of formally educated people don't have. Curiosity and critical thinking. That is one of the most precious traits to have. NTA. Cheating against the religious patriarchy is never bad. You did the right thing by you and most especially your daughter, but you probably did something that will also affect her children positively as well. There is multi-generational good from what you did.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.